Hi, I'm Diana, or you can just call me Di from Inner Drop. I'm a spiritual coach and Reiki energy healer and an intuitive tarot card reader. Let me mix my notes here. I support women to push their upper limits and to do their big work, the work they came here to do. Welcome to Chasing the Fire. Fearlessly channel your passions to make an impact and a living. I'm talking about this today because it's something I work constantly within my own self and my business, and it's what I work with women on every day. The things I'll talk about today are what tripped me up for a long time. And when I started taking back the reins, like this gal here, one of my favorite tarot cards, when I started taking about those reins, my life and business started to really take shape. I know you came here to do big work because I came here to do big work too. You can feel the fire, the need, the unsettled desire to follow that fire. It's what you know you were meant to do. It's the thing you always daydream about. It's the life and the person you've always wanted to be. It's so cool, so amazing. It lights you up, but you are drowning in the daily hustle, the pursuits of what you're told to go for the daily drama that's never ending, the endless to-do lists of all the stuff you're told to do that you need to have in place, and you want it all to be easier, faster, and more, right? Not only this busyness is impeding you, but you may also be hitting your upper limits of where you think you can go. And all your shit is being triggered. All of your weaknesses, all of your bad habits, even your old stories, and even your low-level, low-vibe friends are showing up and they're in your face. All these things. That's making you confront them, or sadly, it may be prompting you to put aside your commitment to the big work you want to do, your focus, your confidence, and your belief in yourself is faltering. We can't have this. Stretching beyond your comfort zone, beyond where you've ever thought you could go, is really, really friggin' scary. All your stuff can come up. It makes you alert to the fact that you are in unknown territory when this stuff does. All the old parts of your old life are coming into stark view, and you question everything. It's uncomfortable. It might even be downright painful. But it is also really beautiful because it signals growth and transformation and a choice that you want more for yourself and the world you love. We crave comfort and beauty and safety and the known. So when we're not there, all these red lights and warning buzzers go off inside of us saying all these things, all the things. What are you doing? Who do you think you are? You don't have money to do that. Whoa, this looks risky. You don't know if this will work. You don't know anyone who even does this thing for work. Your mom won't like it. Let's just go watch Netflix. But what does your heart say? Your intuition, your passion. What do you want your life to be like? What do you want to do? What do you know that you are here to do? What do you want your big work to lead you to? What do you want? What is that fire calling you to do? To create? Claim it. Let's claim it right now, today. If you want the big work that you came here to do, you gotta chase the fire. I didn't know what my big work was for a long time. In fact, I never even thought I could have it. I didn't have any clue, really. I had a curiosity about the path I'm on now, but I thought being an energy work healer, a Reiki healer, a coach, a tarot card reader, a spiritual mentor. What the hell is that? A dowser, the pendulum, a plant medicine lover, a business owner, and a guide to women who are ready to step into their truth and command the power that guides them in amazing ways. I thought all those jobs were super cool, but that they were for other people and not me. Why? I am not sure, but I know I never opened to the possibility until I began looking. Duh, right? But I came looking for more and following the signs to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. Because I hadn't opened myself up to looking for more and listening for the signs and listening to my passion, to my fire, or asking myself the questions that would fuel these desires and to keep them growing and growing, I just kept blindly doing restaurant jobs, progressing and working my way up to being a boss lady. I mean, I thought that's what you did. I became the boss lady of a small neighborhood restaurant here in Seattle eventually, and I love that little restaurant. I'm a total foodie, yum, but it wasn't me. I had to literally pretend I was someone else every day, just to create the energy and the personality to do the job. I was in horrible health. My body was achy, I was tired, I had super bad habits, and work was all I did. Running a restaurant is hard. After a while, my cup was empty. I couldn't even muster the energy to pretend anymore. I had a breakdown, which led me, thankfully, to the door of a healer who is now my mentor and teacher. For 6+ years, I've been working with her in mystery school and in the healing arts, learning all I can. In that first session with her, I now know that not only was a ton of old crap released inside of me, and I came back into balance in my energy system, but I also know that a path was opened within me that led me to where I am today. It was about 2 years before I would connect with her again and begin the journey I'm on now. I quit that restaurant job without a plan and followed a series of impulses that helped guide me to where I am now. And working with her was a big one. My life began to heal and take shape. It wasn't all smooth, but it was all leading me here to my big work, to help you do your big work, right? Chasing the fire leads you. It's a catalyst for you to motivate to do things. It's your guiding beacon to the next step. It's your curiosity. It's your intuition and your desires. Chasing your fire will bring you joy, power, abundance, and purpose. Your passion, your inner fire is so much wanting to be fully expressed in your life. Claim it. Own your desires. They are what makes you, you. Really. In a minute, I'll share with you 4 guidelines to chase the fire and make your impact in whatever way that is for you. We'll also talk about the 3 biggest things that put out the fire immediately. I will also share with you 2 special announcements at the end and some big bonuses. But I want to let you know, when you implement these practices and ideas in this video, you will be able to face your fears with courage, with fire. Feel safe and secure while you're going big. Expect magic. The magic that happens when you focus on what you want to create happens. Focus makes it happen. Hold that space of trust that you are doing what you came to do, your big work. All these things will help you do that. So I have 4 guidelines for you to start chasing the fire you have inside so that you can do the big work you came here to do. They are alignment, focus, taking steps, and support. Before we dive into those, I want to talk about those things that put out the fire. Fear and all of its ugly, ugly, ugly friends, like overwhelm, mistrust, anxiety, worry, that's a big one for me, anger, futility, also a big one for me, lack of certainty, an old story that you keep telling yourself. I want you to know that wanting to do bigger things, to create change, to chase your dreams, to bring the fire into your life is friggin' scary. And you are really brave for even thinking about it. Taking the steps, remember, you are brave. Guilt and shame. These bad guys might be showing up in the following ways, and they are big ones you might not even realize you are doing. You might be thinking you are not good enough to do this thing, that you must be perfect to do this thing. These thoughts might be going through your head. Who am I to do this? Who do I think I am to do something so amazing? Who do I think I am to speak up like that, to say my truth? I don't deserve this. I should be happy with what I have. Those are all guilt and shame things that are big fire killers. The next one is distraction. Basically anything that keeps you from moving forward. The busyness of life, the drama of situations in relationships or your environment, even your health. Don't let these things keep you from moving forward to where you want to be. You might get there a little slower when these things come up, but keep that focus. Putting off the decisions to work to get there because it's uncomfortable is distracting, like I am right now. You might just get distracted enough to make the choice to go watch Netflix, right? That's a distraction, and that goes here. The tools we'll talk about in a bit will help you move through these bad guys quickly and get back on track. So, remember, these guys are just those warning lights, those red lights, these fear, distraction, guilt, shame. They are not the truth. This is just your little brain making you alert to the fact that something's different. We're in unknown territory, that we've never done this before. They are just warning signs, and they are not the truth. And you could just say, hey, thanks for the information. I understand what you're trying to tell me, but it's okay, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, lovelies, here are the 4 guidelines that will help you chase your fire and make an impact. First one, alignment. Alignment is where you confidently choose to say yes to what you want. Say yes to your fire. I want you to expect a full body commitment to it when you decide what you want. A joy, a bliss, when you commit body, mind, and spirit to doing this big work. It's a physical alignment. It's grounded, rooted in your body. Your clarity here will attract what you need when you need it. As you commit to being that person, to doing that work, it will attract what you need. It's tapping into this juiciness inside where you feel vibrant, connected, holy body, mind, and spirit. Does that make sense? My favorite way to come into alignment and to receive guidance or clarity on something is to put my hand on my heart and breathe here for a minute, close my eyes, drop in, and then ask for clarity or whatever question you might have at the time. And then listen for what answer comes forward. Really listen, because that is you connecting to your truth and not to what somebody else's wanting your truth to be. It's what's right for you and what your passion is saying to you. So this will also raise your vibe. So if you're feeling low vibe, or if some of those fear things are coming up, you can also do this and recenter and ground. This will raise your vibes, and it will keep your energetic field strong. It will protect you from those unwanted vibes. So drop in, connect to your heart, and listen. Powerful practice, just that. This will also help you maintain strong boundaries in your energetic and physical self when you keep that connection to your alignment. It'll also help you say no to the things that conflict with your purpose or passion, because you are in alignment with where you want to go. And if things don't fit into that alignment, say no. You may also have to say no to other things to get to where you want to go, to going out, to spending money on the things that used to be in alignment with you, but now they're not, to hanging out with people, maybe they don't resonate with you anymore, with where you're going and who you want to be. And this alignment can also help you say yes. Sometimes it's just as hard to say yes as it is to say no. When an opportunity comes up, you need to be ready. You want to be ready. And you want to be ready and excited to say yes. Don't let those little fear gremlins creep in and start to throw warning signs that, oh my God, saying yes, that's going to be crazy. Say yes, and it will move you forward. So some other tips on how to keep your alignment through practical daily work is daily affirmations, journaling, mindset practices, visualizations, energetic exercises and chakra balancing, meditation, raising your vibe with that heart practice. All these inner and outer practices will all facilitate your alignment with your big work. And these are things that I work with my clients in learning how to do and practice, so they know their own tools to realign all the time. Okay, our next one is focus. To know what your goal is and to keep focused on it. What do you want? You have to know what you want before you can go for it. Be super specific. For example, if you want a new job, what kind of job? Where is it? What does it pay? What are your days off? What are your hours? What do you love about it? What do you wear? How do you feel doing that work? Write that all down. Be really specific, and this will help you attract that work when you're really specific on what it looks like, what it feels like, what you do, when you do it. All those things will help. And most importantly, when are you going to get it? Put that in there too. Is it soon? Is it later? Is it a week? Is it a month? When are you going to get it? Journal all these specifics out as if they have already happened and are true for you. Every friggin' day. If you really want it, do like a morning pages thing where you write it out every day. Write it out in its fabulous detail. What it's like to be living this passion, to following your desires, and to being true to you. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Write it out every friggin' day. Use this alignment exercises we talked about earlier. Will also help you keep the focus too, and attract what you want to do. So stay in focus, keep you moving forward. That's what this step is. So alignment and moving forward. And now the third thing, take steps, right? Once you've got your alignment and your focus, you need to take steps. Break it down into daily, weekly, monthly. Plan what you need to do. What do you need to do first? What's the first thing on your list? When can you do it? What needs to shift in your life so that you can do it? You also might need to consider this type of things. Align your steps with the main focus of your goal. and break it down into littler, smaller, easier steps. What needs to happen first? Do you need to research something? Etc. Things like that. It's like you might want to write a book, but if you need a notebook, you've got to go get that notebook first, right? What practices do you need to learn? Maybe you need to learn some new skills. What rituals would help you? What routines maybe do you need to change that would help you fit into this new lifestyle and be successful? If you're used to sleeping till 10 o'clock in the morning, but you want to go to a 6 o'clock yoga class, then you're going to need to change some of your routines to make that easy to happen. Like go to bed earlier, set your alarms, practice getting up earlier before you really commit to actually going to the class. I mean, like those type of things. You need to finagle things so that it makes it easy for you to be successful. Also add steps that keep you in alignment and in focus, those things that we talked about earlier. So, like maybe you add in time in your morning to do journaling and visualizing the work that you want to do before you go to that yoga class or after that yoga class. So fitting in time for your focus and alignment as well as taking steps will really dial this in. All right, use the exercises like I just talked about in those first 2 guidelines to get inspiration for these steps. Like that journaling and those visualizations, they will give you ideas. When you start listening to your heart and asking questions and listening, amazing creativity and new ideas, new ways of doing things are going to just come in. If you are open to listening to them and even taking steps on them, just be curious. It doesn't mean you have to do the things that come in, but be open to them. Connect to your heart, to your inner drop. That's where my name comes from, is this place inside where you receive your guidance, where your truth is, where your essence is, where your passion is, where your fire is. That's what you want to connect to when you're moving in to do your big work. Because listening to here will dial it in to the specific ways that you are going to do your work and not the ways everybody else says that you should do this and that and blah, blah, blah. It's about you and your work. All right. Back to my notes. I'm getting a little off track. Okay. So then the biggest step, of course, is to start taking actions. I talked a little bit about that, but once you get dialed in on like some preliminary steps into getting to where you want to go, you're going to want to start taking direct action. I like to pick 3 doable items a day, and I use a bullet journal, and it's a great way to do all of these things. Like I have a daily affirmation, I have my little to-do list, I pick an oracle card or tarot card for guidance for the day, I write out gratitude, and then there's a place at the bottom to reflect back at the end of the day what I did do, what practices worked, what I did, what I saw sometimes is really inspiring. So I make notes of that like as at the end of my day, and it's a great beginning and end to your day. So in that bullet journal sheet, I have a little place for to-do items, and I try to just put 3 because I don't want it to be too massive because that can kill the fire too. So pick 3 doable items a day, and I put them right on my bullet journal. Okay, our last step is support. And this is a big one that sometimes people forget. You can't do things all on your own, especially when you're going to do really big work. Then big work or work that you have never done before. You need support. You can't do this all on your own. You need the help or support of others, especially when you're doing and stretching beyond to where you've ever been before, right? Because that fear is going to come up, and all that shit that all that's your own stuff is going to come up, and you're going to need help sorting that out and going to the next level. And it's going to be happening really rapidly when you start to do this. So You need to ask for help or support. What is that help that you need that you can think of right now? What kind of help or support do you need? What does it look like? Be specific with what you need. Even from yourself, you need to be specific with yourself. What do I need to support myself with to do this? That's where you go back to those routines and taking action and research and all those things. What kind of things do you need to add into there so that you're supported to go big? I want you to make a list right now of what your needs are to do this. Just start with the beginning needs. Like, what do you need to ask of yourself and for yourself or from Spirit to pursue this work? What learning do you need to do? Do you need a class, a book, a networking event, a workshop, a seminar? And don't forget to add in a daily routine that supports your goals. Those daily routines are support too. Do you need to confer with someone before you can go for it? Do you need to enlist them to be on your support team? Like maybe you have a spouse or a partner that you're definitely going to need their help in getting to where you want to be. And getting them on your team is going to make that so much easier. Do you need to hire someone? Hire someone who inspires you and keeps you on track, who will help you work through or heal all those little gremlins and weak spots and fears that come up as you go along, that will keep giving you ideas and inspiration, who holds you to the higher vision for your life, that helps you remember, like, hey, remember you asked me that you wanted me to help you do this? Well, I don't see you really going for that anymore. What's going on? Someone that calls you out a little bit, maybe. Maybe you need that kind of person. Or maybe you need a healer or a coach. Like me, right? That would be awesome. I love helping with people with these things. So shift things in your life so that you can do your big work. And make it as comfortable and as easy as possible. That's what all these things are designed to do. So that you don't get overwhelmed. You don't get bombarded by the fears. So some of the other things you might need to consider that you need support with are maybe you need to get childcare if you have kids a couple of times a week so that you can work on the things you want to do. Do you need to do your grocery shopping on a different day or get it delivered? Take some things off your list. Ask someone else to take some of your responsibilities. Do you need to switch your schedule if you're working another job? Maybe you need to take an extra day off or change the times you come in or quit even to do this. Do you need to get help around the house? Do you need to have someone else take some of those household duties like the laundry or something like that? Maybe you can ask that from your partner or your roommate or hire somebody. Get into practice of using these guidelines and taking actions every day, and you will be chasing your fire, and the work you came here to do will be able to come in easier and more clear. You will make a huge impact because you will be following your passions. You will be making your dreams come true, and you will be contributing to the world. And all the goodies will come to you when you are aligned with who you are and your passions, your fire, and your truth. They are what makes you, you, right? So you need to be in alignment with it, and don't smother that person like I was in the restaurant business. I was totally draining my cup every day. So pick little things that you can go for. Claim your fire. Claim it right now. It's been awesome to share my story and my passions with you today. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for watching. And now I have my announcements. I'd love to talk to you more if you have questions and if you want to know more about what working with me is like. I have a signature program that is called the 40 Days to Leap. It'll give you a running start on tackling those upper limits and the hurdles that come up as you try to break through. It's not easy, but it's much easier with support, especially the energetic support I can give. I can assist you with this in the 40-day program, which is amazing. The 40 Days to Leap is an immersion into you. It's designed to define the big work you want to do and to not only heal, balance, and strengthen you so you can stretch and do the big things, but it's also to strategize and plan the next steps and refine the big picture. Remember and return to the passions that you want to bring into the world. You have big work to do. This is my big work to do, and I would love to go over the program details with you and how it can best serve you. I'd love to have you could book a complimentary discovery call with me and see how the 40-day immersion can help you live a life of purpose, joy, and abundance. You'll be able to leap into your next project or life goal with all the tools and all the big muscles to make an impact. You are fierce. You came here to do big work. Don't sit this one out. Just don't. And I have a special bonus for those watching this live today. I have two special announcements. Number one, I have a video series planned for next month. It's on October 11th to be exact. That is going to be really going to dive into some of the stuff we talked about today. It's about how scary it is to push your upper limits and to go bigger than you've ever been before. And to show up as your future self, your true self. It'll help you crush the big fears so that you can do the work you came here to do. I'm going to be airing it in my Facebook group. It's a secret group. It's literally a closed group. It's called Tiny Drops to Start a Ripple. You can join at facebook.com/OneTinyDrop. We do weekly quests that are super fun. It's a community where we practice doing all the little things so that we can do all the big things. So we do little daily practices that help us keep on track and to stretch our muscles. I believe that each little tiny drop makes a ripple that moves us closer to the big work we love, to be the person that we want to be. I'll put that link to join in the comments, as well as another link I'm going to tell you about in a minute. So, number 2, and it's super cool. I have 4 slots open for personal energy sessions or for the 40-day immersion in the next couple of weeks. I'd love to talk to you about it. So let's jump on a call and see what services I offer that best suit you right now. There are big bonuses for saying you saw this masterclass. So if we're on a call, remember to say that. The catch is you have to book a discovery call within the next 24 to 48 hours of this going live, which is Saturday, the 23rd of September. And I'll put the link in the comments there. So I only have those 4 slots, and to get the bonuses, you have to book a discovery call within the next 24 to 48 hours. All right, loves, it's been great talking to you. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to be on a call with you soon. And check out my Facebook page and ask to join that Tiny Drop group. It's super fun, and it keeps you on track with some new daily practices. Thanks, guys.